got a reappointment of everybody on the Housing Commission tonight, and we're gonna go ahead and call our meeting to order. Could we get a roll call, please?
Chairperson Winters.
Here.
Board Member Ezell.
Here.
Board Member Rogers.
Here.
Board Member Stevens. Board Member Wilson.
Here. Okay, if everybody would stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everybody would turn their cell phones off, put it on vibrate, and we're going to have a quick election of the board members here. Amongst us would seem to be absent one way or another. Mr. Munster, are you going to take care of this?
Yeah, let's do this. So, just so we'll have it on the record, what happened was at the last council meeting, there was a reappointment of all of the housing commission members, and as a result, everyone got appointed at one time. Now they're staggered appointments now, so they're back on what they should have been under the codes that related to their terms. So now that we are back on terms, with staggered terms, we do have a brand new body as of this meeting. So recommended would be to have a chairman appointed by this body. I'll go ahead and have a vice chair just in the event that the chairman is either vacant or the position is vacated or is absent or disabled.
I make a motion we elect Jim Winters as chairman.
Okay, any opposition? Any discussion? We have a roll call roll, please.
Board Member Ezell.
Yes.
Board Member Rogers.
Yes.
Board Member Stevens. Board Member Wilson.
Yes.
Chairperson Winters.
I accept.
Okay.
Let's just, I think it's a good practice to have a vice chair. I know Mr. Wilson served a couple months ago. Mr. Winter was out, and just a good practice to have the vice chair. They don't get any additional authority other than to just serve in the absence of the chair.
I'd like to make a motion, we take Earl Wilson as vice chair.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call roll, please.
Board Member Ezell.
Yes.
Board Member Rogers.
Yes.
Board Member Wilson.
I accept.
Chairperson Winters.
Yes. Well, we got about 6 or 7 items on the agenda tonight. The first one is 5313 State Line Road. Mr. Fire Marshal Mike, we have an update on that property, please.
Yeah, they've continued the work over there. Everything is coming along nicely. They're here tonight to answer any questions that you have.
You had any surprises that you didn't expect?
Yes and no. We at first, we thought it was gonna be water damage, and it wasn't. It was actually termite damage, so which was good for us. It wasn't nothing, there was nothing really severely structural. It was all pretty much just like I said, it was just termite damage, and they had stopped to a certain point, and the rest of it was good. So we've been able to do some extra supports, we poured some footers and blocked it up, to make it better for him when he comes through, because he's kind of a big guy for the wheelchair. So we got the flooring and that all framed up now, and hope to finish everything up by the end of the week. He'll be ready to go. He's not there currently.
He's in a nursing home, but tonight he's in dialysis, but he's staying in a nursing home.
So hopefully we're gonna get it all together for him and he can come home soon.
If you would, state your name for the record. We have it from the previous files, but we need it for our records here tonight, please.
Daniel Waller.
Brian Sanders.
Okay. I went by that property a few minutes ago, I saw the door open on it, but I don't see no handicap ramp to get in. How's it get in and out?
That, we're working on it, that's on the very front, you can see where we started with the post. But the handicap ramp will be done tomorrow, so he'll have a handicap ramp, cameras and everything, that we're already in the process of building.
They are making progress. Looks like it's a little bit slow progress, but they're making progress.
Yes,
Since
sir.
last week, it's been a month, right?
No, I'm doing this, you know, kind of having to do it on extra time to help him out, and we're doing our work, and then coming in the evenings and that, doing it, so that's kind of why it's going a little slow.
Any recommendations, Mr. Flynn?
That's, the board should pass it for another 30 days, and make sure they all work done, because they did.
Any other questions or comments, the board members?
Just, what's the representative capacity, Mr. Waller, are you the contractor?
Yeah,
Okay, Mr. Sanders, are you a property owner?
I'm his cousin.
Okay. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Thomas, is he in the hospital?
He's at dialysis tonight, but he's staying in a nursing home.
Okay, that's fine, I just want to make sure I have that.
Which one's he staying, if you don't mind me?
Life Care,
Life
East
Care.
Ridge.
In East Ridge.
And I'll get him out of there, he might like it down
Oh,
there.
he does, oh, he does.
Food and everything's great.
Huh?
The food and everything's marvelous down
Yeah.
there.
Are you all authorized to accept service of the order that would be entered tonight in connection with the passing?
I'm hard of hearing.
Are you authorized to accept service of the order that would be entered tonight? Just going to pass it till the next, what's our October date?
you're
I
authorized.
think what he's asking is,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we'll get an order, we'll print that at the end of this meeting, we'll have an order. If you would, get that to Mr. Thomas, if you would. It's just going to say we're passing this to, what's our next date, Mr. Wilson?
14th will be the second Monday. And in October 14th.
Okay, we're gonna pass your case to the 14th of October, and we'll look at it again, okay? See what kind of progress.
Yeah, great, thank you.
Thank you.
Before we move forward, I will be missing,
What time?
Same time, 5:30 p.m. Yeah, we'll process an order and get you a copy of it, okay?
Okay.
starting this coming Monday, the next, Mr. Sanders,
Mr. Sanders?
Mr. Sanders.
Mr. Walker?
don't leave yet, don't leave.
I can get this.
If we can get an address, that's fine. Do we have an address we can mail it to?
You got a mailing address.
What I was bringing up, beginning this Monday, the 16th, I will miss the next 10 weeks of meetings. I will be busy for the next 10 weeks. I will not be able to attend the October board meeting unless we either move it up in the day or move it to another day. I'm part of the police academy that they're starting. And our first class is this coming Monday.
And it'll show the date.
And we meet from 6 to 9 every Monday for 10 weeks.
You got my name?
Is there any way we could rearrange their meetings?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Unless you want to talk to Stan. But either we could do them at 4:30, move it up. If we want to do that, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be
We
good.
can make a motion for that. Okay. Or that would be the announced time.
Well, I think it's on the website, that you're always on the second Monday, and you can change that. We just need to make sure, let's go ahead and send it out so we can notify the proper city representative, have it notified on the city website.
For October,
October, November meeting will be at 4:30.
Same day, 4:30.
Yeah, on Monday at 4:30. Just an hour earlier.
So if we're keeping our second Monday, we're just going to move it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is that given, or do we need to vote on
It's not really something that you're taking action on, you're just setting the dates on that time.
it? Okay. All right. Our next property is 6619 State Line Road. Mike, we got an update on that property?
Yeah, Mr. Howell and I were out there on Friday to do an interior inspection of the house. Interior wise, the house is in great shape. She does have some things she's going to have to fix. I talked to her this evening. She wasn't able to make it. She has a contractor coming Wednesday to do the substantial improvement form from FEMA. She had contacted one prior, he wasn't sure how to do it, so she contacted another one. So, we don't think it's gonna hit the 50% on it, it had to be raised at this point, so just pass it for another 30 days until she gets her form filled out.
Okay. Any other comments or questions for Mike? The next property on the agenda is 5603 Ringo Road. I think that property faces, what is that, Oakdale? It's in the rear of the property, it is 300 block. Do we have a representative here from that property?
So that property just is an empty house on the back end of the lot, and it's been vacant for who knows how long, it just needs to be torn out.
Yeah, I think the previous meeting that said that we're using it for storage, business records, et cetera.
Boarded up pretty good, so.
Well, the city's followed due process of law, and it would be my recommendation to the board to go ahead and demolish the property. We have a motion on the
Well,
floor.
Mr. Ritchie must have something to say.
So service was satisfied the first meeting, this meeting, service was not satisfied. That's kind of the only issue we got going now.
What were our methods of attempted service?
Well, it was certified mail,
And it came back unclaimed?
this time around, yes.
Well, it came back claimed the first time, did it not?
Yes.
So due process has been fulfilled on it, but the property owners just haven't got it.
Right, we also send those as US mail.
Yes.
So they got, and that didn't come back. Oh, what I can tell you is that's the last known address, I think that's the tax address as well, is that correct? It's, if you pass a motion tonight to have it demolished, set it for 30 days, in the meantime, you all can, they've got a chance to appeal, and we can try to perfect service, US mail certified, and let's try to get a posting on the property. So that they can, at least we got that backdrop for us on service.
So what you're saying is he would have 30 days to appeal?
20 days from today.
Well, technically, they only have 10 days to appeal, but I would say push it down to 30 in the event that they decide to try to go on a chancery court route. And the practice has been to start demolition within 30 days, or no sooner than 30 days upon the entry in order to demolish. And that, but you all got mobilized anyway to get this stuff demolished, right?
Yes.
And so, gives an opportunity to property owner that while they have 10 days to appeal, if they decide to go to some chancery court, they've got that time as well. Though arguably, they have to exhaust all their administrative remedies first, which would be an appeal to the city council. But I was just playing it conscious and safe.
I'd like to make a motion that we demolish the house.
I will second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? You have a roll call vote, please.
Board Member Ezell,
Yes.
Board Member Rogers,
Yes.
Board Member Wilson,
Yes.
Chairperson Winters.
Yes. The next property is 1302 Pleasant Street. We have an update on that property. Do we have any representatives here from that property? How you doing, sir?
Hey, man, I'm doing that.
Good. Just state your name for the record, please.
My name is Kewan Parks.
Yeah, so I've talked to Mr. Carter a few times. I think that it's tied up in court.
It's like I bought it through a delinquency tax sale, auction, and they really had a year redemption time to pay the taxes back. So That's kind of what I was in the middle of. Like, I still haven't received the deeds or titles to the property yet.
Where you bought it from the tax sale?
Yes, sir, Hamilton County,
Okay.
When did you buy it?
last year, 2018.
What are your intentions with the property?
When I first was acquiring it, I was really just thinking about renovating it out or just trying to fix it up, but that's when I was told about the flood zone and all the FEMA requirements and regulations, so that's kind of new to me. This is my first property ever acquiring and first time getting into real estate, so that's when I was talking to Charlie, and he just basically let me know that I have to come through here and talk to you guys and let you know my intentions and stuff, but I really would like to, I've talked to somebody who's wanting to buy it, so maybe I can either sell it or either demo it and start over. But I would like to know the real requirements of what I'm gonna have to, about the FEMA and the flood zone and stuff.
Well, it depends on how much it's gonna take to renovate the house to get it up to code.
Without seeing a substantial improvement, I would say he would definitely hit 50% to bring the house back into code. So that's when the 1 foot, of course, comes into effect.
I recall looking at going by the house and looking at the house, and the roof looks like a roller coaster, you know? I don't know what kind of money you're looking at, you know, to replace the trusses or decking on the top of the house, but what he's suggesting is get a contractor to come in and give you an estimate of what the repairs would cost on it. They call that a substantial improvement letter.
Okay.
And they can explain the percentages, over 50% of the value of the house that will have to be demolished.
15,300 would be 50%.
And you're probably looking at, it's gonna cost more than $15,000, you know, and if you demolish it, then you're gonna have to come up with a higher elevation because it is in a 100-year floodplain.
All right.
I know we've had a lot of properties that come up before the board, you know, that they're buying them for back tax property and they're in a floodplain and they need renovating, and usually the cost to renovate them are a lot greater than people anticipate, you know, so. Any other questions from any of the board members?
Did I understand you're wanting to build back?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about really tearing, when she was telling me about the flood zone, how the elevation would have to be up. So really, I would tear it down and just start over.
You'd have to raise it approximately 8 foot plus 1 foot.
There is a house over there that is raised up. Of course, I don't know what his elevation is, but you know, I would say
That'd be
that's
the
probably
rule of thumb for that area, is basically 8 foot plus 1 foot, so you have to put a 9 foot foundation under it.
Yeah, I've seen a couple around there. Look like they've been lifted up or down.
And if you do sell it to somebody, you do need to disclose to them that it would be in that floodplain and the things that they would have to do before they purchased it from you.
Yes, we're talking, in the middle of talking now. We're supposed to be meeting later on this week on all the details about the property and stuff.
I'd like to make a motion to pass it to October the 9th, 4:30 p.m.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to pass it to, was it October the 9th or the 14th? 14th, October the 14th.
October the 14th, you said?
Yes, sir, at 4:30 p.m. and we'll send you out a letter.
Wait, Mr. Parks, what's an address? It does look like the registrar's office and the tax assessor's office. You are the record owner of this property.
Yes.
It's got an address for you of 3712.
McCool Drive,
Drive.
that's still,
Okay, that's still a good one.
yes, sir.
Okay, we'll get that. If you want to wait, we'll have it for you, or we can mail it to you. But it's just going to be a notice that we're going to pass this to October 14th at 4:30 p.m.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
The next property on our agenda is 1317 Pleasant Street. Mr. Phillips here tonight, representative of that property. Okay. We voted on this property last month at the meeting, and the housing commission ordered the house to be demolished.
He now has a for rent and for sale sign in the front window of that house. And how can you sell the house if we're fixing to tear it down?
Well, maybe he did it as a joke, who knows? But, anyway,
We had service a ton of times, but of course this time it didn't come back. So it was voted to be torn down at the last meeting. This was more of a,
Formality.
yes, we've had this one going for so long, I kind of figured it was better to bring it back, saying he did not have his appeal in, so.
He was here last time?
Yes.
No, he
No,
doesn't.
he was.
But service was perfected last time.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah, this has been going on a year now, since September a year ago.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I basically brought it back just to say that he has not appealed the last decision.
So
But
what's
the
the-
service wasn't satisfied either, so.
What's the soonest process you could get our city department to start tearing this down?
I would say I need to post it on the door for 10 days.
Let's do it just 10 days.
Okay.
So on the 11th day, I can have someone over there or have the plumbing cap and everything else done.
Okay.
Like I said, this one's just been going for so long, I wanted to kind of make sure that this one was definitely buttoned up.
Dance back and forth again enough.
Yes.
Our next property is 5001 Pike Drive, and we have a representative here from that property.
Mr. Flynn, what was the purpose of,
We were called out there by police. They were there trying to effect a search warrant
okay,
when they noticed substantial damage to the house. As you can see in the pictures, there's quite a bit of electrical issues outside the house with some foundation problems. When we were able to gain access to inside the house, we noticed that there's a lot of damage to the floor joists themselves. The floor is separated from the wall in several places, about 4 inches. It's very spongy. I don't think we have any
was their search warrant productive for them?
I'm unclear.
Okay.
We got what we needed and we left prior to him leaving, so.
I noticed he has no trespassing signs on his property, vehicles out back, lawnmowers out back. It looks like
Yeah,
a room that has no walls but studs up.
I believe they did get 1 or 2 stolen motorcycles out of that, I'm not sure.
Okay.
What would your recommendation be for this property?
Well, when we were there, there was a gentleman there that was supposedly doing some work, replacing some floor joists. None of it's been done. They haven't come to pull a permit to our office. But the severity of the floor joists and the foundation, my recommendation would be to have a structural engineer look at it before they make a determination. It's not in the 100-year flood zone, I checked. But it does have some severe damage.
The one thing that bothered me about this property is the electrical wiring. Being a previous employee of the medical examiner's office, I worked numerous deaths involving electricity. And this is one of the most dangerous situations I think I've seen as far as the wiring goes. And as a matter of fact, I worked to death not 2 doors up the street from this property. A man trying to rewire a plug, put a new plug in for his television right across from where Earl Wilkie used to have their Line shop, right across the street from him. This is back in the 70s. You know, it's been a long time ago. But any other board members have any questions or comments on this property?
Now, I will say that this was a short notice. We didn't have time to send anything certified mail, but it was posted on the door. I posted it on the door, and I went back several hours later to check on it, and it had been removed, so I can assume that they got the paperwork.
Yeah. It looks like they upgraded the house to 200 amp electrical service. Man, he's got wires running everywhere through this property. And a lot of what appears to be just open circuits in it. Don't take just a minute to lose your life over one of these circuits. Any comments from any other board members?
I'll make a motion, we pass it to October 14th, guarantee delivery of notices that he needs to be here on the 14th at 4:30 p.m.
Let's do the certified mail, US mail, and posting. And, that will satisfy our, because I checked the tax records, and, his most recent address is 5001 Fighting Drive, so this is, sent the right information.
Yeah, his taxes are all current on it.
Yeah.
Charlie, he had his name is Strauss.
Gary Lee Johnson?
Yeah, Gary Lee
Yeah.
Johnson.
All right, so October 14th at 4:30.
Okay. We have a motion and a second, give us a roll call, please.
Board Member Ezell.
Yes.
Board Member Rogers.
Yes.
Board Member Wilson.
Yes.
Chairperson Winters.
Yes. We have any other business to come before the housing commission?
We need to approve the minutes from the last
We
meeting.
sure do.
I make a motion we approve August 12th meeting minutes.
So we can't, maybe the second.
Meeting minutes from the last meeting. You second? Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Board Member Ezell.
Abstain.
Board Member Rogers. Board Member Wilson.
Yes.
Chairperson Winters.
Yes. Any other business to come before the board? We're adjourned. Quickest meeting we've had in over a year.